Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 17 of my Monaco career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 more games to get through, the first of which is against St-Etienne, followed by a game against Angers, also in the league as well, and then to finish things off we've got a game against Dortmund in the Champions Cup to try and play. There's going to be some tough games in today's episode, also some important matches as well. The St-Etienne one could see us go into the top 4 for what feels like the first time in ages. I can't quite remember the last time we were in the top 4, but starting to now gain a little bit of ground anyway on the teams around us, which is obviously good news. But before we get into things, you will have noticed that I don't have face cam on in today's video. Apologies about that, but at the moment I'm really busy. I mentioned it, I think, in the comment section of the last video that I made for the Sunderland career mode. I'm just really busy at the moment, so I really do apologise, but obviously to try and take off the load a little bit, I've removed face cam in order to get these videos out a little bit more efficiently than usual. So apologies about that, but also before we get into things, if we could try and hit 50 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate that. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, ideally by the end of the month, which is obviously going to be very difficult. But basically, at the end of the month, the 26th of May, I've got my 5-year anniversary on YouTube. So that's kind of the aim, to try and hit 10,000 subscribers. We're obviously a long way off that. So anybody who hasn't subscribed, I would really appreciate it. I think there's about 25% of people that watch the videos have subscribed. They're leaving 75% of people not subscribed yet. So if you haven't already made an account, or you have and you haven't subscribed, then I would really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. But let's crack on with things. Let's get on with things now. This is the side I'm going to go with. Subasic will start in goal. So DB right back. Zuma, Glick, Mendy will make up our defence. In front of that, we've got Bakayoko. We've also got Toussaint as well. We've got Silva on the left-hand side, Malcolm on the right-hand side, with Boschilla in behind Mbappe. Let's crack on with this game now against St-Etienne. Let's try and get ourselves 3 points, which would see us go into 4th place, maybe even 3rd, depending on the result. I think in the Lille game, I think is the other match, which could potentially see us go 3rd place. Anyway, let's wait and find out what happens, and yeah, let's crack on with things straight away. Also, for those of you who have been asking about the Manchester City career mode, I mentioned it, I don't know if it was a couple of episodes ago, or whether it was last episode, I can't quite remember now, but I have mentioned a Man City career mode coming to the channel at some point. It's not going to be at the end of this season, it'll be after, I think we'll probably get through a 2nd season of Monaco career mode and a 2nd one of the Sunderland one, and it kind of just depends what we've achieved in that sort of time, as to whether one of them drops off, or whether I get rid of both career modes, that sort of thing. So it's in the future at the moment, the Man City career mode. It's not something that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. It might be that it's in a month's time, I'm not really too sure. It might well be that it's in the summer after my exams, that sort of thing. So just keep a lookout on the channel. And also a quick note as well, the best place to try and find out when I am uploading during this sort of period where I'm not too sure when I'll be uploading exactly, but the best place to find out is on Twitter. At GamefaceHD is where you can follow me, and that is the best place, because I'll be letting you know when videos go out straight away, and that is obviously the best place to find out there. Should also mention the fact that Monaco have gone out of the Champions League in real life recently in the semi-finals to Juventus. We've also got our game in the quarter-finals against Borussia Dortmund coming up in today's episode, the first leg of that one anyway. Hopefully we don't go out in that leg, but yeah, we'll wait and find out when that one arrives. It's a shame to see Monaco go out, but obviously Juventus just a bit too strong for them in the end. We have a great chance here, though, actually, with Silva on the left-hand side. Going to need some support into Mbappe. Oh, nearly got himself a goal. Mbappe saved by the goalkeeper and out for a corner. Going to try and deliver it into the front post. Can we get anyone there? Nope. Glick's on the edge of the box, and we can't really expect too much from him. Boschilla into Mbappe, needs another runner here. He's going to try and find Boschilla. The pass wasn't quite right, but we've certainly dominated the opening exchanges in this match. We are looking the more likely team to score. St-Etienne haven't really been in our half at all, to be honest. Certainly not threatening us anyway. So yeah, we have been very in control in this match, but I'm just worried that we're not quite creating enough clear-cut chances to get a goal just yet. And that will obviously mean that when we are sort of pushing them high up the pitch, we will be prone to counter-attacks. Hopefully nothing comes of those. Got to try and focus on ourselves and try and get ourselves a goal. Mbappe looking for the ball through to Boschilla. He's got to get there, and he does, but it's saved, I think, by the goalkeeper. I'm sure he got a deflection. He hasn't. It's gone out for a corner. I think he might have to do a little bit better there, to be honest. Oh, a chance again for us. Punched away by the goalkeeper this time. Bakayoko on the edge of the box to hit it. Oh, I thought it got in. Goalkeeper left. He knew it was going wide, of course, and it's out for a goal kick. Such a good chance for Boschilla. Shame it fell for him on his weaker foot. great opportunity and should really be 1-0 up from that. Half-time, it's still 0-0. Disappointing, really. We've not managed to get ourselves a goal. We've not had loads of chances, to be honest. I can only really complain about Boschilla's chance where he didn't take it. But yeah, let's crack on with the second half straight away. Need to get ourselves on the score sheet. Can't really accept a draw here, to be honest. Especially with such a great opportunity to overtake someone that's so close to us in the league table. We've got to take the opportunity. We've got to find our way into this match with a goal. Bakayoko looks to play it through now to Silver. He's getting quite tired, Silver. He wasn't on full fitness when I picked him. Sadly, nothing again comes of that attack. We're struggling a little bit at the moment. It's all in their half. Just struggling to find the right runs and passes. The chance for Mbappe, and this time we've taken it. 5 minutes into the second half, Mbappe does get the goal. We find the pass through. We find the finish as well this time. And it's Mbappe who gets himself the goal. Brilliant bit of play. Just a nice little through ball there. Mbappe finally looking for the run in behind the defence. Something that he's not been able to quite get right in that first half. He does this time, and he's made the most of the opportunity. It's 1-0, and a much better way to start this half. And hopefully now that can see us getting the 3 points, but we've obviously got to keep going and try and get ourselves a second goal now. Okay, first change here. It's a little bit earlier than I planned. We are going to take off Boschilla. He's lacking a little bit of quality, to be totally honest, on the ball. We're also going to move Silver inside to playing behind Mbappe. We've struggled a little bit with that quality just in behind the striker. So we're going to try and do that. So Juman's going to play as a left mid. Of course, not ideal, but it's something we're going to try and change tactically to hopefully improve us a bit. I think Silver's going to have a bit more quality, essentially, to try and get those passes through to Mbappe, and that's the reason why he's gone behind the striker. Well, we're back by Malcolm. Got to find that pass through to Mbappe. He has done. He's still got a lot of work to do. Mbappe still going. Mbappe. Oh, we had to finish that. That's really poor, actually. I don't know what's happened. For me, the centre-back just seems to get back on him really quickly. I don't know how he's managed to do that. Bakayoko now looking for the run of Mbappe. He's not really going to make a good one, but he still tries to get a shot away. Oh, the runs are so weak for Mbappe. It's very frustrating because there's so much talent there. Just not quite making the right runs. He's on getting behind. He's wanting to supposedly try and get him behind, but he's just not quite making the runs I want him to at the moment. It's frustrating when you can see the runs, but the players don't necessarily do that themselves. And we've just not quite managed to get our second goal just yet. There's still time though, but just frustrating because we could have had so much more from this game. Should really be 2, maybe even 3-0. A great opportunity though on the counter-attack here. Silver, that should be Mbappe's. It's gone over to Malcolm and we've lost it. Sums up our game really, just not had the cutting edge in the final third. Mbappe onto Silver. This is good now. Silver's going to have to pull this one back though. Toussaint going to go over to Malcolm. Malcolm to shoot. Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Mbappe's going to try and win it. He has done. Oh, and it's Toussaint, which has his header saved off the line by the goalkeeper. So close again. I don't know what you can put it down to. A lack of finishing in the final third, or whether it's just a lack of luck. It's difficult to tell, really. But so many good chances for us. We've just not managed to take them, really. And we could have had so much more from this game. It's frustrating, but it has pretty much summed up our season as a whole. A chance here, though, for Mbappe. And again, similar sort of situation where we've not managed to make the most of that. Just lost ground on the defender who could just cover that shot pretty easily. That's it, we've won the game 1-0. Nothing spectacular. It could have been something spectacular, but a combination of resilient defending and poor finishing from us meant that the game just finished 1-0. Frustrating, but like I said before, it's pretty much summed up our season in terms of it not being able to take the chances. Defensively, we were so solid, they didn't challenge us whatsoever. Finally, the stats back that up in this game. 0 shots on target, just the 1 shot in total, and that gives us 3 points. That is the main thing in this scenario. I know I say it a lot, because we only seem to get narrow wins at the moment. But yeah, we are essentially able to now get ourselves in front of Saint Etienne, and that puts it into at least 4th place. So that's obviously very good news for us. But where exactly does it put us? Yeah, it is 4th place. Lille must have, I think, got themselves 3 points as well, which means that they remain in 3rd. But we're certainly now starting to approach sort of the 3rd and 2nd place teams. Obviously, Lyon have got a game in hand, so they could actually go even further in front of us. PSG have run away with it, 12 points in front of us. There's no catching them up now. Okay, on to some player drills now, and we are going to be training up Mbappe, one of our young goalkeepers that we promoted, Malcolm and Nkita on 2 of the drills. Let's crack on with things, see how we get on this week, see what sort of progress we're able to make. That young goalkeeper's now 67 overall before this week, and he goes up on 2 of his stats as well, so getting closer to that 68 overall mark. Nkita also goes up on quite a few stats as well, not quite as close to 68 overall though, but that young goalkeeper is looking really, really good. Next season, Matt will be his season to come and help us a little bit and play as our second goalkeeper. And then obviously if we were to go into a third season, maybe even challenge for the #1 top. Who knows? We'll wait and find out if we get that far. On to the game now against Angers. That's an away match that we will play in the league. We've also got to think about the game against Dortmund in just a few days' time midweek. And we've got a youngster here joining the senior setup. We'll quickly take a look at that before we get on with the game. Also, Ep17 wants to discuss wages. I will offer him a new contract, but I won't show you that. Ep17 wanted a pay increase without having any extension on his contract. Obviously, I was not going to allow that, so I offered him a new one-year deal and gave him the pay increase as well. 45 grand a week is what he's wanting. This is the player that I think we've just had added to our senior setup. I'm pretty sure this is the guy anyway. And he's actually looking quite good. 16 years old. He's looking really, really good. Holding midfielder. Okay, he's not that big. He's only 5'9", but obviously we can train him up with the other stats and make him sort of a player that's not really going to be heavily reliant on those sort of stats. So we can try and do that, but for now I don't think we will have too much time to train him this season, not to a standard that's going to be able to contribute to our team anyway. And on to this game now against Angers, so we'll change on the team and let's take a look at it. And this is a side I'm going to go with for this game against Angers in the league. Subasic will start in goal, Torre will start at right back, Jemison and Diallo starting at centre back, Jorge as our left back. Toussaint and Keita starting alongside each other, Boschillo on the left-hand side, Barrett on the right-hand side, Bongiovanni playing in behind Germain, he will start up front. Yeah, it's a changed team. This is the bench I'm going to go with. Glick, Sidibe, Bakayoko, Caggiello, Lamar, Falcao and Mbappe all starting on there. A very strong bench. Obviously, many players that we can bring on there if we were to be struggling during this match. Hopefully that's not the case. I know it's obviously massively changed. We've got to try and find a good performance, though, from this team. Just got to hope that certain key players, certain more experienced players are able to step up, like Germain. Need to find his goal-scoring boots in this game. That's the only worry, that we won't be able to get the goals to try and finish off this game. Let's see what we get from the team. Okay, here we go. Ready for this away match in the league. Another 3 points will obviously help us get closer to sort of second and third place and put the pressure on them a little bit. We've just got to focus on ourselves winning the league games as much as possible. It's going to be difficult, though, obviously in a time where there's so many fixtures to be played, and in Champions League still as well. So there's a lot of games to be played around this sort of time, especially with the Champions League heating up a little bit in the latter stages. We've got to try and fight to try and get 3 points in this game somehow, whether it be by 1 goal. I'll quite happily take another 1-0 win in this case, because our team is obviously much weaker than usual, so we should really be expecting a tough match here. And Keita onto Toussaint, he's going to hold that one up here. Bongiovanni just get a toe to it. Just straight to the goalkeeper, though. It was a good opportunity for us. Opened up nicely. The chance was created with actually a little bit of quality there from us as well. Didn't quite have the finish, but that's brilliant from Keita. A high-intensity start here. Germain's turned his man. He's going to shoot. Gets blocked. Still an opportunity here. Germain, trying to play the ball over the top. Great start to the game, but just need to keep on with these chances, and hopefully one of them we can find the back of the net with. Germain onto Bongiovanni to hit it. Oh, what a strike that is. What a save, though, to match it. It's out for a corner. What a start this has been to this game. Germain will take it. We've got Jemison in there, nearly earning a pay rise from us, but sadly was unable to connect with it. Germain to take the throwing after he bizarrely left it. Torre to try and deliver into the box. Oh, it's close, and we might have connected with it. Boschillo was in there with the diving header. The defender, I think, might have actually played it back to the goalkeeper. Very difficult to tell, but another great opportunity. What a start to the game it's been. So much pressure again in their half. Very similar match to the last one we had. And we've actually arguably had the better opportunities so far in this game than the last one. Germain trying to wrestle his way through, but the fullback covers well. And still finding gaps in their defence. Germain's doing a decent job so far. Brilliant. Bongiovanni wins it back. And Keita looking back to Bongiovanni to shoot. Must be, and it is. It's 1-0. The youngsters combine. And Keita and Bongiovanni have started the game really lively, and they've managed to be winning back the ball from midfield all the time. Germain gives us a run off to the right there, just to give us some extra space to run at the defence. And it's a very good finish on his left foot. Bongiovanni there with the goal. Really, really happy with that. And what a start to this match. We've got the finish as well. A little bit of quality from the youngster. 64 overall, but I think he's got a decent future at the club. And I want to try and use him a little bit more, especially after this performance. Him and Keita are really smashing that midfield much more than I was expecting them to be. It's a fantastic start to this match. What a ball to Germain. He's going to turn and shoot. What a save again by the goalkeeper. That shot's come from nothing. Wasn't anticipating even the pass to Germain. Wasn't supposed to find him. But it does. He hits it with just one touch of the ball. Straight down the middle of the goalkeeper, but he still has to really work for it. And it's over for a corner. Boschillo will deliver Let's cause some more issues in the box if we can. Toussaint's in there, gets headed back out for a corner. Gonna have to try and find a position that's a little bit closer to the goal here, Boschilla. Much better delivery, much better opportunity there for Jemison. Falls to Bongiovanni, Jemison's in there, Torre to shoot, and it's 2-0. What a finish that is. I think it might have been Torre actually initially going for the header, and it wasn't, I don't think, Jemison as I first said, but Torre with the finish here. It's 2-0. Where has this come from? It's really strange. We've managed to find goals and decent strikes from this team compared to the last side that I put out, which was obviously far better than this one. We've managed to find ourselves 2 goals in the first 40 minutes. What a start to the match it's been. What a first half. We've taken our chances, and we're looking like we should go on to get the 3 points here, but it's not quite half-time yet. Anything can happen. We're still going to keep going for it, and hopefully add to the scoreline. Half-time, winning the game 2-0. What a first half this has been. Complete domination. Very similar to the last match, other than the fact we have had more quality. We've had more ability at finishing in the final third of the pitch, which has been great. It's been unexpected, but it's been great for us, and it's meant that we are now 2-0 up at half-time. Just gives us that extra goal, just a little bit of a boost, a little bit of more security, just in case we were to somehow concede out of the blue. And I mean, it would really be out of the blue. They've not had a shot yet, I don't think. Not that I can remember. It's more one-sided than it was in the last match. The last match was pretty one-sided. A chance for them here, though, as they've got possession from kick-off, and they've got to try and defend this one much better. And, of course, that happens straight from kick-off. Unbelievable. It's 2-1. That's the goal that I was on about out of the blue. It's happened 2 minutes into the second half, and we are on the ropes here after a surprising start to the second half. Not good news for us. Need to start to get back at them. Need to find a way to get our 2-goal advantage back. Got to try and defend this, though. They've still got it here. Great opportunity for them coming inside. Completely unmarked. Pathetic defending. Should be 2-all. Oh, how can you just leave him like that? He's the only one in the box, the only one that can actually score from that position, and you just leave him. Pathetic defending, and we've really been let off the hook there. It's time to come into this game now, Angus. That's the second shot I think they've had, so 2 shots in the second half. Improvement on the 0 they had in the first half. And yeah, very frustrating stuff, because we have been so dominant in that first half that the second half is like a whole new game. Very frustrating, but yeah, got to find a way of getting ourselves a 3rd goal. Bongiovanni over to Boschilla, great opportunity. Boschilla's going to have to shoot from this angle, gets blocked. Germain didn't give me another option. He should have pulled back. He should have held his run a little bit so I could pull it back to him, but he didn't do it in time, and it leaves us with a corner here. Boschilla to deliver it in. It's a good ball in, actually. Torre's in there again. It's going to be Barnett to recover the ball. He's not really done much, to be honest, Barnett, in this game. Not really doing too much. He's just there to make up the numbers, and that cross didn't really come to anything. No, why? Just win the header. You were favourite for it. How can you not win it in the end? Oh my god, I think we're trying to throw away this game at the moment. Really frustrating stuff. Barrett's going to look for the ball through to Toussaint. What a pass that is. Toussaint! Oh, what have you done? How can you not just finish that off? Oh no, it takes me back to the finishing of the last match. Really poor, but what a ball from Barrett. To see that pass was fantastic. To be able to execute it as well was even better. But sadly, we couldn't get the finish right. It looked like he was shooting on his weaker foot. He wasn't somehow, and still didn't find the back of the net. What a chance that was. Should have made it 3-1, should have finished off the game. It hasn't. The game is still very much alive, and they've still got an opportunity here to cross. Got to prevent the cross, got to clear it much better than what we're doing. Really trying to mess up this game, but it's a chance on the counter-attack here for Germain. Not got loads of pace, struggling for energy. There's a couple of minutes to go. Germain still going here, looking for a pass, and gets blocked. And that is it, we've won the game 2-1. 3 points again, very, very important, especially with so many fixtures at the moment. That is obviously, again, the main thing for us, is to get those 3 points, try and get a decent win streak going on in the league. But again, made it more difficult for ourselves than it should have been. A fantastic first half. Really a tale of 2 halves, to be honest, for us. In the second half, just was not able to string as many passes together. And the issue was mainly defensively. It was a shambles at times. But we got through the game, managed to grind out a result. I said I'd take a 1-0 win. We got ourselves a 2-1 win, but still only a win by 1 goal. Should have been more, but it's the 3 points that matters. And that should put us in a good position now. Lille lost, so do we overtake them? Do we go into 3rd after that win? We certainly do go into 3rd. We've gone above Lille. Now we're a point in front of them. 3 points behind Lyon, and we are now just 12 points behind PSG, so yeah, it's not going to happen still, but we could finish second. That would not be so bad given the fact that we've had a very rocky season. Okay, we've only had 5 losses, which is actually the joint least amount in the league. It's the same as PSG, who are top, but it's the amount of draws that we've had, the amount of drop points overall hasn't been good enough, but a second place would not be so bad for our first season. Let's put that in mind. Let's bear that in mind. We're only 3 points off Lyon. There's still time, there's still an opportunity for us to try and get a second place finish, which obviously is not great. We want to try and win as usual, but second place would be a good finish given the season that we've had. And we can now start to look at that. 3 points behind Lyon, and there's 6 games to go. Great opportunity for us. Got to try and take it. We've also got, obviously, Lille and Saint Etienne very, very close to us. They're going to be causing us all sorts of issues, I'd imagine, going into the final few games of the season. It's going to be an interesting end to things. I have no idea where we're going to end up. Hopefully, though, second place, but got to try and catch up Lyon. And on to some play drills before we get on to today's final game of the episode. These are, again, the exact same plays I'm going to go with. No changes this week, although it was tempting to take out Mbappe. I think we'll leave him for another week, try and get him closer to going up on some more stats. That might be a couple of weeks away, though. This week, though, not very good progress, actually. Just 2 stats going up, both of them for Nkita. I thought the young goalkeeper was going to see a little bit of growth. Turns out it's not going to happen this week, despite him getting a C grade. That'll have to be next week, I think, when that happens. Jemison accepts the new contract for us. It's great news for him, but he leaves our club absolutely skint now. We're essentially on about 6 grand on the wage budget and about 5 grand on the transfer budget. So we're very low on funds, but we didn't have a huge budget to start off with, to be honest. Silva wants to start his next game against Dortmund, and of course, this is the match you've all been waiting for. This is the game that we've been preparing for in today's episode. It's a big match, and we're going to put out our strongest team, even though we do have another league game in about 3 or 4 days' time. So let's crack on and decide on the team. Okay, this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Dortmund, the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions Cup. Subasic will start in goals today at right back, of course. Kurt Zouma, Glick and Mendy make up the rest of the defence, as you'd probably expect. Bakayoko playing alongside Cagello, it's CDM, and we've got Malcolm on the right hand side, Silva on the left hand side, with Falcao in behind Mbappe. Those two are going to try and play in the same team today. A little bit risky. Was tempting to bring Silva inside and have someone like Lamar on the left hand side, but I haven't gone with that. I brought Falcao into the frame, and this is the bench I'm going to go with. Again, there's a few tired players, that's to be expected with such a small squad. Diallo coming into the bench, and we've also got Jorge, Thiam, Nkita, we've got Lamar, we've got Antonucci, I think, as well, as I pronounce his name. Juman also on the bench, and yeah, we could get ourselves an opportunity to bring on this young centre attacking mid. Hopefully, again, put in a good performance like we've seen from other youngsters in this squad, like Bon Giovanni, but obviously that will only happen if we are in a good position during this match. Let's crack on with things and see how we get on in the first leg. Okay, so here we go for the final game of today's episode. You may well have noticed we are at home for this match, so it's very important that we don't concede any away goals, which obviously mean a lot in the Champions League. Dortmund having a very sloppy start to this match. A few sort of passes that didn't quite go exactly where they're intended to find. But yeah, we need to really put the press on them. Hopefully we back the ball like we managed to do in the first half of the last game. Obviously this is the team that we saw underperform in the first match of today's episode. So hopefully we can perform better here against Dortmund. We need to start taking some of our chances and using the quality that we have in the players. Aubameyang finding some space in behind. Well played from Subasic, really all over the place. Our 2 centre-backs there came too far apart from each other and they really opened us up. Not a good bit of defensive display there. Mbappe having to hold this one up and try and play it out wide to Silva. Falcao now trying to run into the gap that's been left. Mbappe will try and help him as well. Can't quite get to that pass. And sadly that will go out for a goal kick, or was that a touch? It will be a corner in fact. Bartra they're getting a touch. Silva will deliver. Mbappe's in there and can't quite connect. Kurt Zuma's going to try and deliver it back in. Oh, deflects towards the goalkeeper. Didn't see who it touched, but it was a close one. Malcolm going to try and play it to Silva. Silva should have already been running, really, but he is now going to try and get his way onto the wing. Oh, that's a terrible foul. I think Marc Bartra realised that he was in a very vulnerable position. He was going to be beaten and just takes the foul, and we have ourselves across the opportunity. What an angle this is. If we can get it right, this could go really well. Bakayoko is going to be the player we're going to control and doesn't quite get the positioning of the cross right. Disappointing. It was a good opportunity with that. Bakayoko waiting for a runner. Mbappe's going too flat. Run in behind Mbappe. Such a good opportunity for us there. The space was there. Mbappe wanted it to his feet. Not how I wanted to play. That's Falcao's job. Your job is to run in behind with your pace. Should be pretty straightforward, should that. Silva will hit it from this angle. Berkey's made that one look real easy. Glick just shrugged off there by Aubameyang. Aubameyang, too easy. Luckily, he goes for a chip, which was a ridiculous decision. Poor defending again. Really frustrating. All over the place. Aubameyang's causing us really big issues in defence at the moment. Not looking solid whatsoever. I'm not happy with how the defence are playing. They're playing too high up. So many gaps in between the defence and midfield. You just can't alter it. It's very frustrating. Once players get out of position, they are really all over the place. And you just lose the structure of the whole formation. Very frustrating. But we're having to try and deal with that at the moment. Just need someone to play in front of the defence, but neither of the CDMs want to do that. Look at where Bakayoko's trying to play, because Yellow's currently down at the moment, but both of them want to play higher at the pitch, which is obviously not ideal when you're against a team like Dortmund. Oh, that's a suicidal pass. Luckily, Dortmund have matched it. Where's Mbappe? Come on, make the right runs for once. Why is it always Falcao that wants to get in behind? He's going to turn, he's going to shoot, and finally a goal here for us. It's come from nothing. I can't say it's really deserved. We've maybe had the better of the opportunities, but it has been a fairly even game. We've only just edged, I'd say. Finally doing something here. It's Falcao that's taken the initiative to run in behind and smashes it past the goalkeeper. Not going to save that. It's 1-0 and it's on the stroke of half-time. Good way to end things for us. Yep, so it's half-time. Falcao is the goal, has managed to get ourselves the goal to separate the two teams at the moment. But yeah, frustrating performance for Mbappe. There's so much potential. We all know it. He's 83 overall, but he could be so much better for us if he just ran in behind more often. If you did that, we'd have so many goals. It's unbelievable the amount of positions he gets himself into. Just doesn't do the running bit, and the running bit is the key bit because obviously that gets you in behind the defence, and that breaks teams down. Falcao going to hit it from range. That time Mbappe was looking to run, but just not in the right direction. That's good from Falcao. Bakayoko's been introduced to the play. He's going to have to shoot. It wasn't an ideal angle. Mbappe has a chance and hits the side netting. I felt I had to take the touch. I thought I'd still be able to score, to be honest, even from that angle. Sadly, though, just found the side netting, and it remains 1-0. Mbappe looking to try and get in behind the Dortmund defence with a bit of pace. He's going to shoot. Oh, just past the post. So close, a tight angle, and he's found the opposite side of the post that we were hoping for. Okay, we're going to make our first change here. It's going to be to take Silva off, and we are going to bring in Lamar just to play the exact same position. It's more of an energy thing, to be honest. Just want to try and give us a little bit more energy in midfield. Now we've got ourselves a 1-0 advantage, and I'll just make sure we don't concede in this match. So just going to take off Silva. Again, he's not played that badly, to be honest, Silva. It's just a little bit tired, and we've got obviously all the games come up as well. And they've made a change as well. They've brought on Emre Moore, player I know very well from the Dortmund Corona, which I did on this channel not so long back. He's a very good player, and will obviously cause us some issues, I'd imagine, in this game. Lamar looking to play that forward pass, loses it. Oh my days. How the hell has that happened? I've no idea how many chances they've had in the second half, but it's not been many. Look at this, look how quick this is. How am I able to stop it? Glick comes out of position, complete nonsense again from Glick. And that is just a strike that's just seen Subasic in the complete wrong position. First time from Goetze. I don't know how more ridiculous you can get. It's 1-0 to the away goal that we did not want to give them. And I was just thinking 5 seconds before they scored the goal, I think I should change formation. I think I should go to a 4-1-4-1. Can't do that now because obviously they've technically got the advantage with the away goal. There's 20 minutes to go. All we've got to do is now just keep playing and somehow try and find ourselves a second goal just to give us some sort of advantage, albeit just a small one, given the fact they have the away goal. The shots there from Mbappe, a really good one actually, saved by the goalkeeper. Again, made look very easy though. Kojello going to look for a pass here to Mbappe. It's not quite found where I was wanting it, but it's found Mbappe, and it's now back onto him on his right foot. Oh, what a chance. Brilliant 1-2 between Mbappe and Falcao. Somehow being saved. It's a great opportunity. Great save for the goalkeeper. He's kept him in it here as Berkey for Dortmund. It's a corner. It's going to be Kojello to deliver, hopefully in the front post. It's nearer the penalty spot, and consequently headed away. Glick there to try and sweep things up. Kojello to try and deliver. Lamar's in there, and a 5'7" player was always going to struggle to beat those other players surrounding him. Falcao looking for that chip ball through. Mbappe! Oh my days, how do you miss it? Still not gone in the back of the net. What's gone on there? Oh, everything but a goal there. It should have been a goal from something, whether it's an own goal or Mbappe scoring. It had to be 2-1. Great chance in the final few minutes of the game. The final minute, in fact. Gutted that we've not been able to convert that one. And I think that might well be the game finished, to be honest. That's it. Yep, we've drawn the game 1-1. There's no question about who deserved to win the match. We've had 2 really good chances for us, at least, where we should have scored, and we've not. But it has been the case, and I said it, I don't know whether it's when we put our strongest team out, we just don't seem to finish off the chances. Really bizarre case for us in today's episode, where we've not managed to get ourselves good results with our better team. It might be the opposition we come up against, but to be honest, Dortmund didn't really challenge us that much in the second half. They were quite good in the first half, to be fair to them, but in the second half, other than getting the goal from out of the blue completely, they didn't really challenge us. Stats show that we dominated them in terms of the shots, and yeah, we just can't believe we've not managed to come away with a win here. Ridiculous stuff, but we will obviously go into the next episode in the next leg, hopefully trying to get ourselves a couple of away goals to obviously take the advantage. That'll be it for today's episode, though. I will end things straight away. Thank you very much for watching. If we could try and hit 50 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Really trying to get as close to 10,000 subscribers as possible, and we will see where we end up come the end of the month. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD as well to stay up to date for when these videos come out. And also don't forget to put the notifications on as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.